skoro.
Biće 5 sezona gospodara ovoga.
Ja, ne vjerujem da će... Gde oni to emituju na Netflixu, da li?
Ne, na Amazonu. Amazon je tu spržio more keša.
Ne, kako istoje brojevi za to?
Lošo. Jako lošo. Ali pored u tome, to je sve to plaćeno unapred.
Imaju par interesantnih ideja, ne kažem da su im baš sad interesantne. Naprimjer, ono kao da se tu pavlje, mislim Gandalf da se pavlje negdje kod Hobita. Mislim da je ono Gandalf. Mislim da nije Saruman.
Nije
Saruman.
Gandalf. Ono je Radagast.
Onaj čupavi čarobnjak što ne znam da govori.
Da, to je Radagast.
Znam ko je onaj iz filma Hobbit. Ne znam da su što je pavlje u knjizi.
Pojavio se. Ali, Gandalf je, ja mislim, i već tu u tom svijetu, ali se još nije pojavio.
Obznanije.
Da. Onaj tom banda gdje on je kao...
Bombadilo.
Bog tog univerzuma, šta već, on ga je napravio, zamislio, šta već. On je čak i stavljao to prstenje na ruku. Onaj glavni prsten što je Korpelda bio.
Jest.
On je bio donio.
Ali
Su trebali daju njemu, ali to je bilo rješenje samo na kratko. Je bio ovaj opet.
Ne, on bi ga skinuo. Evo ne znači ništa prsten.
Mislim, mogu bi ga čuo na neko vrijeme, ali bi ga na kraju Saruman našao i sjevo sve. Uništio bi cijel svijet.
Nije dugotrajno rješenje.
Opet skinu neki naš.
Gde?
Ukini.
Jeli smo mi poslali tamo vojsku ili šta? Ili smo poslali dobrovoljci?
Dobrovoljci. Ali...
Da. I sad tada mi je žao dobrovoljaca, ali... Znaš šta, nije. Jer te ko tera da ideš u tuđu zemlju da ratuješ. Šta, muka te ne terala. Bilo bi mi žao da... Ne znam, vlada Srbije rekla ovim našim lezi lebe da te jedemo u ovoj vojsci, da im je rekla, moramo da pošaljemo kontingent vojske i da nema izbora, znaš, ono, da je neko morao da ode. I da, bukvalno, bilo je ljudi koji nisu htjeli da idu, a otišli su i da neko njih izgine. Onda je žao. A ovako, što kada je dobrovoljci? Mogu se da budeš bilo gde drugo. Bukvalno bilo gde drugo. Ne samo on, nego svi ti koji su tamo radi tuđih interesa. Isto kao što mi nije bilo žao ovih u Bosni stranih plaćenika. Su došli za tuđi novac da ratuju u stranu državu. To mi je rekla majka. Znam, čuo sam.
Evo se mi ne ušajesti.
Koja smeća? Htio sam da uzmem 200 poena na Daily Huntu i onda sam tada igram Satisfactory. Ali tebe sad namamiti da igraš Satisfactory, to je, ja mislim, podvig. Šta je ovo, weekly challenge za 2 dana? Čudi me da nema Vlad. Vlada se nekad, znam da je danas radni dan, ali...
Ne dolazi on iz...
Upali na telefon ili na TV, upali moj stream i nekad se javi poruku. Oko 6-7 ujutro. A mislim da to za vikend radi. Jebe ga, možda čovjek ne može da spava. Gledao sam juče video da onaj streamer, onaj Huge. On je malo troll, znaš, ali daje dosta konstruktivne baš je pričao o tome da je u Huntu pre bilo trade sistem je bio, ali je više bilo slučajni trade sistem kao posljedica toga što su serveri 30 Hz. I kaže, dešavalo se jako retko. I onda je kao bilo ljudi koji su počeli da tripuju kako, znaš, su zakinuti, kako igra ih laže. I onda je Krajtek rekao, dobro, dat ćemo 800, to si ti rekao bio.
Šta sam bio rekao da će...
800 milisekundi. Imaš 800 milisekundi da uradiš nešto u igri. Ako te ja vidim i opalim u tebe. E sad, moja pretpostavka je da zvuk brže radi nego što radi informacija sa servera. Znaš? Ja opalim, ali jebi ga, to je 1 sekunda plus latencija. A latencija ide do plus 250 milisekundi. Dobro.
Kao čite je nemoguće u potpunosti ukloniti i tako to.
Pa i nije moguće. Ljudi će uvijek naći način da čitaju sistem. Ono što dobar developer može da napravi je, može da, kao From Software, ako si igra Dark Souls 3, jer znaš kako su oni to rešili? Pa svi čitari ne server.
Evo ti šta su mi. njenu korupciju. Sad kad će izaći, ne znam.
Šta kažeš, 2000 dinara?
Šta mi je jedina?
Učuno si rekao 2000 dinara, ne znam kad će da izađe, ali to...
Ne, ona film Noxosu je...
Znam da si rekao bio da je stopirano, da više neće kao praviti. Da je neki problem bio.
Su vidjeli da će da...
Izgubio mnogo para ako...
Ne, ljudima se svide ovo...
koncept.
Mislim, lepe anime i ono, nema neke golotinja, nešto...
A ima kad ona iskoristi onaj napitak, da kao razloži odeću, ali to je samo... Ne vidi se nešto u goloj guzici, šta ti ja znam. A i prirodni je ravna kod daska. Tako da, ono, nikom ništa.
Najžešće kada misli se od ove... Kaže, kao naša pijana ista.
Ja sam uključao ono kljuce. Jao, Nenade!
Eto, kod tebe još bolje radi. Možda zbog interneta.
Pa možda, ja imam opet...
Koga si udao Bendić?
Twitchu? Ja sam dao minimum minimuma, ja mogu da povećam sebi kvalitet, 6000 sam dao. Ja mislim da je to 720 piksela kod mene.
Ja sam stavio 5250.
Ali kolika ti je rezolucija to?
1970
Dobro, ali kao što rekao, dosta ljudi gleda preko mobilnog telefona i tableta, znaš. Baš dosta ljudi, razumeš, ono u pokretu gleda Twitch. I onda sam namjerno stavio nižu rezoluciju. Ovaj prijatelj, poznanik iz Irana, on mi je baš rekao ako stavimo bukvalno veći kvalitet streama da ne može da razumeš, ga isprati. Moguće da ne mogu da uzmem ni jednu sekiru jebenu. A šta živi ljudi naprave u preteku? Makaki. Žice mi ovo pomera. Jesu stavili šta na Twitteru? Pošto tu jedino možeš pročitati vesti. A Twitter, Han Shodan.
Ništa, nema
Ovi idu ka izlazu. Javit će brzo. Mogu da nađem ovdje ovaj XP. Malo je ovo ljudi. Ako jedna ekipa izađe sa bounty, to je ono 2 do 3 igrača. Uzme 2 bounty token i izađe s mape, znaš odmah da imaš manje ljudi. Ljudi radi mentalnu gimnastiku i odmah izračunaju koliko ljudi može maksimalno da bude trenutno na serveru. Edo korac. Aj mi stream snajpuj jednog lika. Smelly Rent. S-M-E-L-L-Y Rant. Samo mi reci je li solo. Čini mi se da jest.
Smelly Rant, ne tako nešto.
Samo da vidim.
S-M-E-L-L-E
S-M-E-L-I Rant.
Smelly.
A, da nije Smelly Rat.
Da nije Smelly.
Ima Smelly Rat, smrdljivi pacol. A to ti je izgleda onaj streamer bez streama, što ja tako kažem. Što napiše Twitch TV u imenu, a niđe Twitch TV-a nema.
Toliko je krenuo da baca Kineze i Azijete.
Na Evropi da. Na Evropi da.
Znači, bio mi krenuo da mi baca bota jebote kinesku. Da, ne znaš šta, znači uzme uži bez opini krenuo, da bije po kao sebe i samo nakon 30 sekundi padne mrtav. Jedno 5 put mi je tako pola.
Šta je to, skripta?
Ne, pojača.
A možda farma XP za recimo account koji je ono za prodaju ili tako nešto. Možda grinda XP da bi mogli da prodaju ovaj account. Znaš koliko imaš onih accounta koji su recimo level 0 ili tako nekako. Znaš koliki buff je dobio hunting bow?
Znam. Koristim ga.
Ne, ja sam gledao damage buff. Neko mi je, čini mi se rekao, ja ga inače koristim i pre sam koristio, nego sam baš gledao, učinilo mi se da na veću distancu može da, kad napumpaš ga, malo što kaže i kad ga ne napumpaš, samo zadržiš pa ispališ celu pajak. Ali gledao sam onog ćelovog, onoga Amerikanca što streamuje, onaj ćelovi bradati tip. On, duše njihovi lobiji su onako glupavi, gledam likove, razumeš, rade baš glupe stvari. Ali on, brate, nategne luk i headshotuje lika na 40-50 metara.
Ja, sad ću rođu.
Smelly Trend. Smelly Trend. Bože se čuje. XP. Yes. Neko iskoristio moć Isusa Krista, a? Bacili su 3 flera ovdje, vjerojatno da ubiju svakome premret. Vidi ovo. Ljudi bacili 3 flera na jednu gomilu, znaš?
A space issue. When she brought up Christofascism.
My pronouns are they. What are your pronouns?
If you have to ask me that,
Pronouns?
get eye surgery.
What are your
Okay, so someone needs to go back to elementary school.
Okay, that was rude.
And are you multiple people? Are you multiple people? Because they means multiple people.
Non-binary. They them is
You
also
said you're they them.
They them.
That's
Non-binary.
multiple people. When I say they, I mean a group of people. I'm not gonna call you they.
We imagine pulling up Google and still denying the reality right in front of you.
Having a laugh, is that? No thanks. What's going on here? Romans, the lot of ya. Have that, and you can have it as well, you. The lot of ya.
Maybe they needed some milk.
So on campus, if there's some students, at the bottom GPA-wise, would you give them some of your own GPA points to make it more equal?
No.
What's the difference between working hard and earning a high GPA and not wanting to give it away, and then working hard and earning a high income and not wanting to give it away?
I feel like the highest bracket of income earners in America are not at all the people that work the hardest. Oftentimes the poorest members of our society are the ones that work the hardest because they're the ones that are working 40-hour weeks in like intense manual labor jobs, whereas like the richest members of society are the ones that are like have the capital to invest in stocks and aren't really contributing to our society but are.
These students in earlier questions chose socialism over capitalism. They believe the top should carry the bottom, but cannot share their GPA with poor performing students.
We're tired of straight white men having the power and everything, and it's like we as women of color, as like students at this university, like we're very much capable of certain things and we don't have the same privileges that are offered to straight white men.
And I've been hearing that from a lot of the ladies that I've been talking to today. Talk to me about what some of those privileges are that, straight white men have that you don't have. Talk to me about that.
I think I don't really know. Have you ever experienced like a specific instance?
I don't know, but I also need to go.
I know, I do need to go.
I need to go.
Yeah, run away. That's what people do when they realize they make baseless claims with zero evidence.
I think my body is sort of a gift, and I have obligations to my creator. The reason that I don't support mandatory organ donation is not because of some liberal conception of autonomy or something. It's because that's not what your organs are for. Your organs are for you. Your lungs are to bring oxygen to your blood. Your heart is to pump blood around your body. Your liver is to take care of what I will probably do later on at the bar after this speech, and so on and so forth. My organs are not for you. Your organs are not for me. So you can give an organ donation, and that can be a lovely thing to do, but you aren't obligated for it because things are known largely by what they are for.
Okay. It sounded like you were just gonna be anti-organ donation for a second. I was like, that's weird.
No. But I am against, going in and stealing people's organs. I think that would be quite wrong.
This young lady asks about Michael Knowles' stance on organ donation, and he stuns her with his response. But notice how she was already expecting a triggering answer?
Ladno me u pizdu mate.
Daj kažem, obuci.
Obučen sam.
No words can describe how unhinged all of this looks. How are walkies getting away with this? For more wokey videos, click on the screen right now.
Maybe it's not a reality for certain countries to completely eliminate fossil fuels. Do you think you guys are coming back from like a privileged position in that sense?
Pardon me 1 second. If we could like
quickly get a look and see that, you know, these are our representatives. We, the people, are the government. You guys are just our representatives. But the thing is, what was the question?
So the question is, how are you guys addressing economic equality if you guys want to get rid of fossil fuels?
I believe that that's a question for the leader.
Well, what do you think?
I think that I won't comment on that. Only because
Glupi, ljudi rade gluposti.
I really don't have an answer.
Wow, just wow. The
Ja,
leader
stupid
needs to
people
train
don't
his
stupid
followers,
things.
it would seem. This is beyond
To je
embarrassing.
dokazano.
Ne, gledam. Možda bi ti ovo bilo interesantno. Gledam kako ih lik... jedan lik ih pobija dosta dobro retorikom, ove aktiviste. Lik objašnjava kako je kao non-binary ovo, ono, on kaže they, them, kaže ona grupa ljudi tamo, to su they, oni. Ne možeš ti biti oni. Oni je grupa ljudi, više ljudi. Jer znaš li gramatiku? Kad ja sam non-binary, kad ovo je važno.
Ne znam, ono, muško-ženski srednje, put u prvi, put u drugi.
Kad kaže ovo je šta čini ženu, ovaj kaže ženu čini kad se neko osjeća kao žena. Kaže to nije odgovor na pitanje šta je žena. Kaže ne možeš da odgovoriš. Možeš da odgovoriš na pitanje bez upotrebi šta je žena. Je lik za bote. Ne znam šta ja kažem.
Shout out to Hamtramck, Michigan.
Getting called a straight white man.
We're good. And everything's really good. Everything's looking really good. We're in the lowest time of poverty in human history, and poverty is exponentially reducing every year. Trust me, we're in the very...
Now, I have a feeling that they might be delayed. Now...
Huh.
Still going on. That's a problem. I need to select stuff. Oh, shit. This might be a controller issue. I'm gonna unplug it, plug it back in. It's a really weird bug. Yeah, no, it's still doing.
Da, moram da smanjimo ovo.
Šta?
Settings.
Bitrate?
Sound, master. Na 20.
Ti to isprobaš stream na Twitch, što li?
Nije, nego na ovome, kako se zove.
Stream?
Sam ovo govno. Factorio.
Factorio?
Da.
Nije Satisfactory. Pošteno.
Gdje ga Factorio, sad dok ga nađem, jao. Evo ga. Ne volim kad mi...
Multiple nine figures. Almost a year now about me taking a very large stake in this business and
Prekidač, kako da to palim.
Kako prekidač?
Za struju, imaš onaj štit što može da odbija.
See it, that's why. After the battle pass, it will be a bloodline unlock, and then you should have it either way. So we have the 1865 carbine. I made a video about that one already. And lever action repeating rifle with a 7-round magazine. So the crazy part about this is 145 damage, right? Shoots rather fast, reloads rather fast. The only issue is the muzzle speed. I talked about it already in this video right here, so you can check it out and get my thoughts on that gun over there. I'm actually surprised that we don't see it that much right now, which shows that the very low velocity is a huge drawback, because at first I was like, dude, everybody's gonna play this gun, and then you play it yourself a little bit and you're like, the target is not super far away and I can't hit a single goddamn shot. It's still a good weapon, especially for, I think it's $75 or something like that, so this is nice. And I can't wait to see actually some variants for this one. I'm a little bit disappointed that the new guns did not get a skin yet, but what are you gonna do? And we have the new weapon, the Infantry 73L. Honestly, it's basically a windshield. Okay, there are some stat variations. The only cool thing about that one is, let's scroll down a little bit, is the Infantry Sniper. Now, the Infantry Sniper is, with high velocity, really cool. I mean, you need to hit headshots. I made a video about that, this one, right here. And I have to say, love it. Not super expensive. It's a wet noodle, of course, when you don't hit headshots. But otherwise, a great addition to the game. Not OP, has its use case. That's how new weapons should be. Because I don't want that they implement guns and they're just a no-brainer pick. Like this spear, for example. Okay, then we have new weapon variant, the crossbow Deadeye. That is kind of a meme. I played it, I had fun with it, but if I'm gonna be honest with you, it's difficult to use, and it gets outvalued by a lot of guns. So first of all, you kind of play this with the steel bolts. Keep in mind the steel bolts, they travel faster, they have less drop, but they also deal less damage. So the weird thing about that is that at the range where you're using that thing, you sometimes need to hit people
Ako si gledao mene, da.
with that thing for them to actually die. Which is not great, because hitting people with the thing, even with the steel balls, is difficult. I also love it that my lighting goes flickers a little bit, but what you gonna do? I'm just gonna say it now, because there will definitely be comments about that one. So, the crossbow Deadeye with the steel bolts, sure, you kind of have to play with steel bolts, because the regular bolts, they are way too slow. Very unique spot. You can make it work. I think you really have to dedicate a lot of time, though, to that weapon to become really good with the steel bolts to headshot people. Because that's basically what you have to do. Otherwise, you just tickle them. Which is a little bit sad, but probably a balance reason. Next thing that we have, oh yes, we have the rival 78 Trauma. Now, the rival 78 Trauma, let's perfect. It's nice, dude. Shotguns got a little bit of a buff, so they're more consistent. The cross
Kao da igraš Diablo, ti tu igraš Diablo?
actual spread of the
U Diablu se to dešava redovno. Znam što, rekao si mi.
I did play it,
Kad čini mi se da Corpse Explosion može da me ubije tamo.
because the only thing the spear cannot deal with,
ima
at least
jedan
quietly, are immolators. So you take the trauma and you smack them, and easy
ne
peasy.
mnogo
In theory, when you don't want a weapon switch, you can open up a tool slot.
A ne koristim Blood, one krve, one magije.
Spear immolators, and as long as you hit the torso or the head with a throw attack, immolator dies. Elite. And me? I know, kind of a meme, right? But I love it. So, it's a great addition, and honestly, I would like to see more trauma weapons, because they are actually kind of cool. Sometimes it feels the range of the thing is a bit short, but otherwise, played it, solid pick, honestly. New tool, bear traps. Yeah, bear traps. So we get now black bear traps compared to the red ones that you can find in the world. They're identical to the red ones. Okay, they got buffed, 82 damage, the red ones and the black ones. And the black ones are really mean, because you can hide them way better than the red ones. Also, people are kind of trained to keep an eye out for the red ones, right? So the black ones, they just don't see them. Gamers don't look down, by the way. They also don't look up, which is kind of amazing. Very bizarre creatures, these gamers. And there's a lot of rubble in some compounds, or for example, in the assassin layer, you have all this weird stuff, right? And you can place the black ones in there and they completely disappear. Sometimes the red ones do that too, but the black ones, they become basically invisible. New custom ammo on existing weapons. So Steel Ball, Drilling High Velocity, Marathon High Velocity, Marathon Incendiary, and Martini Henry High Velocity. Now keep in mind that velocity, high velocity ammo got a little bit of a nerf, right? I think you have now, I don't know if it's for all guns, I think it is. You have less base ammo and you deal a little bit less damage. And that can matter. So drilling, I would not play with high velocity. I see a few people, they play it and they love it. It's just not for me. For me, it will always be the bleed rounds for the additional pressure. And marathon high velocity is evil, and incendiary ammo is evil too. High velocity on Windfield and Marathon can be really, really good in the right hand. Crossbow, Steel Bolt, well, we talked about it already. And Martini Henry high velocity. I'm gonna get hate now, I don't see the point of that. Honestly, because for me the Martini Henry is a gun that I use close range. Honestly, that's where I use it. Like, not shotgun range, but in compounds, right? I'm not gonna start sniping across the canyon with that thing, even with high velocity. So I take it normally with incendiary and regular ammo, so I keep it easy to resupply. Incendiary for lighting people on fire, duh. And then the regular for the wall bang. And because any ammo box works for resupplying. If you want to play high velocity and Martini Henry Marksman, which does exist, it's still not great. And the other guns are superior. I would even say that the infantry sniper with high velocity is better than that, because the drop starts at, I don't know, 180 meters or something like that, and you need headshots anyway, because at that distance the high velocity is not good. That's totally fine for me. Next, let's talk about the improved gunplay experience. We're gonna talk about it's the centered crosshair option, right? So I play right now with the centered crosshair, and a lot of people are asking me, why do you do this? Why do you switch after all these thousands of hours to the centered one? It's just to align it with all the other games. When I play another shooter and it does have a centered crosshair, my hipfire goes too low. For example, Escape from Tarkov, right? I struggled with that. My hipfire was too low. I shot people in the dick. First of all, I find this kind of rude. That's not supposed to be met. And I lost a lot of fights because of that. So that's why I play with the centered crosshair, just to align it with everything else. In-game, honestly, I think it's personal preference. Play whatever floats your boat, honestly. Some people keep the lower centered crosshair because the lowered crosshair because they're used to it and they think it looks better. I play with the center crosshair because I hope it will bend me over less when I play the other games. Probably should keep the lowered crosshair though, because then I always have a fancy excuse. Next, we have the concept of bullet drop, which I like. Lots of people were nervous about this and said, oh, I'm gonna stop playing the game when they add bullet drop and da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, bullet drop, 90% of the time it doesn't matter for my playstyle, okay? So, when I fight in compounds, bullet drop for most of the guns starts 100 plus meters, right? Some guns is 60 something, for example with the uppercut, but for the rifles it's pretty far. So, the only faction that gets affected by this are long ammo snipers. And honestly, I couldn't care less about that. I do some long ammo sniping myself sometimes, don't get me wrong, okay, I get it. But there's just zero skill involved, waiting when teams are fighting and then shooting the guy in the head who picks up his teammate or somebody. At least now, when you're really super far away, you have to calculate the drop. So with some experience and some training you can learn this, but at least now there's some sort of skill involved in that one. Otherwise, honestly, the bullet drop is kind of whatever right now. Again, for my playstyle, and I like fighting compounds. Universal headshot damage, so you get shot in the head, you die. Exception, shotgun ammo. Exception, slugs. There we go. So people are concerned that, hey, buckshot, headshot, you will insta-die no matter the distance, of course. I don't know, sometimes I'm getting confused by the opinion from some community members. Honestly, of course, that's not a thing, right? So there you go. This has not a lot of impact for me. So I played Hunt Showdown, Hunt 2.0, so Hunt 1896 for 3-digit amount of hours right now. I said, during Twitch drops I played over 100 hours, okay? And not once the unlimited headshot range mattered. Even before Hunt 2.0, The amount of headshots that I landed that did not kill were once. Maybe? So for me personally, yeah, sure, go ahead. Does not have the biggest impact right now. Okay, what else we have? Some balancing of the I think we're gonna talk about that in a bit. So let's scroll down a little bit. There, lower, yeah, got that. Dark side aim helper. Okay, so it's kind of weird, right? People were like, why do I have a white dot now when I go into dark side? I personally like it. First of all, I don't see it anymore. Right now, I just ignore it. But it's nice for this. When you ping with a beetle, right now, before, especially with the lowered crosshair, sometimes it was difficult to do an accurate ping. Now with the beetle, it's way easier. What would be cool, because weirdly enough, but hey, no king shame, some people get annoyed by this really hard. Give them an option in the HUD to turn this off, and then everybody is happy. Okay, then we have this one right here. Okay, this is basically the bullet drop. We talked about this already, and then a million changes. Headshots from singles are now always lethal. We talked about that. Damage fall-off has been adjusted, so okay. In most cases, including shotguns, although the adjustment to shot isn't as large as the increase to other firearms, that's okay. Minimum damage for torso, because I spread some false info there. I thought it's for every hitbox, only for the torso. So if you shoot somebody super far away, you will at least deal 25 damage. Honestly, for most guns, that is kind of whatever. We're talking here probably about the size field and stuff like that. Now, it gets very interesting here because shotguns and quad launchers, they do not. Shotgun maximum combat range have increased. Also, the spread has been globally narrowed down. And it's especially noticeable for sawn-off variants, and that is true. Sawn-off shotguns, the short shotguns right now, they're evil. They're really evil. I mean, I actually like it. No, not gonna be shotgun meta, but I love it because before the medium-sized shotguns, they were very, very unreliable. So this is a change that I actually enjoy a lot. You can build now some really cool 2 medium slot loadouts, or with Quartermaster you take a short shotgun and you're able to push. Because very often with a short shotgun, I was not very confident in pushing people defending a boss lair. So right now you can play a rifle and a short shotgun, and it becomes way more doable to actually push. Slide picture adjustment that we made for weapons on the thickness of the front sights. I don't like it. It's right. So
we hum a simple melody into the effigy, yet we hear no harmony.
And I think
covers the temple
you're taking
with
away our
against the
character
lens,
guns,
yet ignores our bleeding wounds.
sometimes I specifically pick guns because they
A
have
familiar
a
pattern is emerging in your brain. Please assess yourself for signs of concussion. If necessary, a replacement pioneer will be dispatched. Work must continue. Replacement delivery schedule estimate. Error,
For
years.
example, Joe, he likes the thicker ones. Yeah, so there you go. That's kind of weird. Okay, that was not necessary in my opinion. Distance to ping markers will be displayed if you ping locations using the spyglass. Okay, that is nice, because then for sniping, this can actually help you learn the drop. Normalize maximum distance across our bullet projectiles, travel around 500 meters before being deleted. That will not matter too much. Slight adjustments to correct scope lenses so they interfere less when trying to adjust your aim for ballistics. Okay. Sure. Maybe one day we will get actually military dots on the scopes for, you know, for bullet drop. Although I think it's not really necessary. Okay, million changes. What do we have next? Drop range. To give a consistent idea of the distance at which vertical images need to be made, a new weapon static called drop range can be seen in store for each relevant weapon. So I spread again false info with this one. Because I thought when you aim ADS, then you can see where your spare ammo is a number, right? And I thought this is where the drop starts of the bullet. That's incorrect. At that distance, it means the bullet dropped 1 head. Yeah, now listen to me. This is all cool, this is all nice. What we really need is a graph. Okay? In the store or somewhere you hover over that and then a graph pops up and then you can see where the bullet drop starts and how the projectile drops. That's what would be cool, right? Not some weird thing here that, yeah, that is... I don't know. Now I understand it, but I don't think that was the best attempt. I would like to see a graph. Now we have drop intensity right here. Drop intensity. So, for example, larger projectiles will drop faster than lighter ones, but this can be compensated for using faster projectiles. Yeah, so we're just gonna, you know, forget realism. Okay, we're playing a video game. All fine. So, the bigger the ammo, for example, long ammo, you have more drop, right? And a more intense curve compared to when you play compact ammo. So compact ammo, high velocity is the gun that has the least amount of drop and the flattest curve. Yeah, I like this. I know, realism and whatnot, but I like this because it kinda nerfs long ammo without touching compact. So that's cool, because in my opinion, still meta is long ammo together with adult now, obviously, because that thing is crazy strong right now. Yeah. Bolts, arrows, and throwables will remain as they were prior to this update. Then we have custom ammo, some custom ammo types will system. Yeah, FMJ dum-dum, stronger drop intensity to reduce muzzle velocity. Okay, and high velocity Spitzer, less drop because it increases the velocity. Explosive reduces the distance a bullet travels before it starts to drop. Wait, what? Some custom ammo types also adjust additional values. For example, explosive reduces the distance. Okay. Yeah, alright, because it's apparently heavier. True. Okay. Full Metal Jack Gunner has been renamed to FMJ ammo to help reduce clutter. Alright, that's fine. Then let's talk about the next thing, damage multiplier changes. So I think the damage multiplier changes, there's not much. We're gonna talk about the headshots. We had already infinite headshot range. Some exceptions, for example, AI, so the armoreds, the hellhounds with the metal masks, and, well, bigger monsters like bosses. Of course, you cannot one-tap them with that. So you do not have an effective range stat. That was basically the headshot range. We have now the drop range for that. More damage over longer distances, compact ammo, at least 25 when you hit the torso, even at longer distances. Same with medium ammo. What I like is that medium ammo actually buffed full damage up to 30 meters, because previously it was 20 meters, which is really not that much. So this little buff right here is kinda cool. Well, Centennial with bleed ammo is kinda nasty too. It's not meta, but that thing is really strong. And surprisingly, when I play a little bit lower elo, no hating right now. So when I play 6 stars, which I most of the time do right now, it's lots of long ammo, lots of doors, right? If I play a little bit below that, then suddenly I see a lot of dum-dum nodes. For example, when I play with a patron, and the patron is, you know, just playing this game for fun, 3 stars, it pulls us down to the 5-star or sometimes high 4-star range, right? 4 to 5 stars, and you see a lot of Zenny dum-dum over there, right? So I think it depends a little bit in which elo you play, what you see. I personally think that the biggest fun in Hunt is at 4 stars, honestly. 6 stars is where the fun goes to die, but that's a different topic and not a topic for today. Shotgun changes, shot globally reduced, hard crosshair size, symmetry, actual spread, and shotgun bullets connect. Yeah, this is great. So if you start the game right now, and you're confused, wow, this is a very tight crosshair and I don't even run flechette, it's because now it represents the actual spread of the pellets. No idea why in the past it didn't do that. But okay, long barrel shotgun slightly increase the damage range, slightly decrease crosshair spread size. Okay, so you deal across the board with all shotguns more damage and they're more accurate. You feel this. When people start shooting at you now at 15-20 meters with buckshot, it's not that much of a meme anymore, and it actually hurts. It really does. So I like it. I still believe that it's not a shotgun meta. Wasn't pre 2.0, it's still long ammo. Don't really know how you can change it, or if the team actually wants it. Something has to be. Okay. Slugs now, this is very interesting. Now always have some minor spread deviation when fired, even ADS. It means they are not fully accurate at medium to long distance, but that's very far. So if you go into a shooting range, try it out with slugs, shoot a few targets, and then you can get a feeling where the slugs are not that accurate anymore, right? As long as you fight in compounds, the slugs will still shoot you in the face when you aim in the face. So there you go. We also have slug spread and follows the rules of single projectile ammo types, crouch dashing will decrease spread hip only, movement will increase spread hip only. You don't hit fire slugs. You are a special beast when you play, let's say, a levering terminus and you load it with slugs. Then you should go to Las Vegas and play a little bit slot machine. Okay, good. Jumping will increase spread, hip, and ADS. The Nitro Express rifle, although not a slug, follows the same rule set. Doesn't really matter because torso range is still with the shredder ammo, I think 60 plus meters. Yeah, okay. I take it. Then, this is something that I will not discuss. Okay, because I made already a video about that. So if you want to see my feedback and my opinion about the user interface, you can watch that one. Every video that I make will be in the description and the pinned comment. Okay, what else do we have? General updates, gunplay, weapon changes. Yeah, there's a few things that I'm like, reduces the sway of all soccer rifles into Haymaker, help in 2 hands. That is the Fat Lamat, right? Reduce recoil for all dual pistols, making them easier to control. I no. Why? This was not necessary. Honestly, this is a mistake. I no. And the Haymaker held in 2 hands. That is the Fat Lamat, right? Reduce recoil for all dual pistols, making them easier to control. I no. Why? This was not necessary. Honestly, this is a mistake. Reduce the damage. Let me just explain this because dual wheeling is already a little bit Jesus take the wheel, RNG help me, right? But I think there's another one with levering, which is also above. You will never ever be able to balance levering and dual wheeling to the point where people will be happy with that. If you tighten the spread, people will be like, oh, it's easier, and if the spread is bigger, more they mine even more salt from you, okay? That's just something that we have to live with. Now it gets crazy though. Reduce damage for the uppercut to 123. Now, the uppercut was probably the most picked handgun, pistol, whatever you want to call that, pre 2.0. It's not the case anymore, I think now it's a Dolch. At least in high elo, obviously. This is a severe change because now when you get downed and you lost a bar, or maybe even a big bar, well, not with a big bar, but when you get downed and you lose a bar, then the uppercut will not be able to body tap anymore. That's a huge change. Weirdly enough, no other adjustments have been done. Why? It's still 400 something bucks. This is not worth 400 something bucks. Because now it's, again, all about the 2-tap. Yeah, sure, you have nice penetration, you can ammo stack for your long ammo snipe and stuff like that. It still has its use case, right? But for people like me, I don't buy the uppercut anymore. I don't even play it anymore. When I kill somebody and I pick it up, yeah, sure, okay. But otherwise, man, it's all about the 2-tap. And that needs to happen fast. Because if you're a god and you shoot people in the face anyway, you just play a fucking Nagant. That's it. Right? If you're not a god, like me, and you're mere mortal, and you need to rely on a fast 2-tap, you take the Officer. The Officer Brawler is after the Dolch, crazy strong right now. Right? Because you took the uppercut because it was able to body tap people. I said it now already 5 times, who cares? And the Officer for the faster 2-tap. Now the uppercut can't do that anymore, and now it's all about the faster 2-tap. You can take a Pax True Shot right now. That's really good. You can take a Spitfire if you don't like the Officer. There are so many more options now, which is nice, don't get me wrong. More diversity in loadouts. Hey, yes, I'm all here for it. The one thing that they forgot to do here is nerfing the Dolch. Because all the Sweatlords right now, okay, the people who really play at the top, or high 6 stars and maybe sometimes even high 5 stars, those people gave up on the uppercut and they're all playing the Dolch now. Or lots of them at least. It's crazy. You cannot nerf the uppercut and not adjust the Dolch at the same time, because then people will flood you with the Dolch. And it's crazy how many I see from them right now. They're everywhere. At least in the elo where I play. And getting spammed down by a Dolch never feels good. right? So whenever people ask me, hey man, what guns should be implemented by Crytek, I say I don't know. The only thing that I don't want to see is anything with a high rate of fire, or even flip. Right? It's just kind of weird. I like hunt because your shots do matter. And the moment you have a high rate of fire, your shots matter less and less. So you have to reduce the price of the uppercut, in my opinion, right? Or nerf the dot, right? I'm surprised that they took this approach right here. What I would have done with the uppercut is separate it from the long ammo pool. I'm surprised they didn't do that. Make it so that the uppercut cannot stack long ammo, and then see how many people are playing it or how good it is. You should not always go by pick rate, by the way. That's also bad. But yeah, they decided to touch the damage. At least they touched it. That's something. Increased friction of drop weapons to reduce sliding on slopes. It still happens a lot. Improve the spread of the marker and its variants. This also improves levering. Yeah, I don't see the levering market at all. Okay, Deadeye scope. Mobility changes. The player's mobility while aiming down sights with a Deadeye weapon is no longer reduced, setting them apart from other scopes. Nice, they increase in sway when aiming down sights with a Deadeye weapon during and after moving has been reduced. Okay.
Damaged hard drive successfully acquired. All Pioneers are contractually obliged to preserve and secure any recovered hard drives for analysis in the MAM, which may result in benefits to the Fix-It mission. Speculation as to why there are crashed freighters in your Fix-It designated zone is discouraged as specified in your contract.
Right. I always go in for the marksman, the sniper variant, otherwise I take the iron sights. But hey, why not? Levering changes increased levering rate of fire. Why? Improved spread when levering for more reliable hits. Bad. I'm not saying it's OP, right? Because when you play high elo, you don't see it very often. It's just like this getting spammed down by RNG, or very often RNG is it just does not feel right. I have sadly no suggestion how to improve this, right? And I'm not talking about getting killed by levering or dual wielding at 10 meters. Same with fanning. That's okay, you know. At close range has to work because why should you ever pick it then, right? But levering first bullet headshot at 20, 30 meters is always like this big oof feeling, and it just feels bad. Okay, silencer changes. Normalize iron sights across all science weapons. This is fucking amazing. This right here. Let me mark this. This is great. This is amazing. I played the Science Sparks and the Science Winfield. I know they're called differently now. Yeah, the Frontier and the Spark Sound, they have no regular iron sights, and it's so good. They are not super competitive guns, but they're fun to play now. The iron sights go good. Scottfield changes increase rate of fire and Scottfield precision. Okay, increase spread to Scottfield Spitfire and Scottfield Brawler. Sure, still not gonna fan a Scottfield Spitfire. Operas extended, and here it gets absolutely crazy in my opinion. Increased extra ammo capacity for Operas extended, like the drum, right, to give it a clear advantage. Increased recoil for Operas extended to make it slightly harder to stay on target. Now, first of all, this right here did not really matter for me, because the rate of fire is not high enough that I don't have enough time to adjust my aim again. But this right here is crazy. So you get now on the drum plus 10. By the way, where is the uppercut precision? Didn't that get extra ammo as well? I think it did. So anyway, so the drum has now plus 10. So you have crazy ammo. And yeah, you empty that. And then you play an Aftermath Quartermaster. This is an oversight. Like, buffing the Oberus drum is nice, because you almost never see it. And I actually play it right now, because it's fun. But with an Aftermath, whenever I kill an Aftermath, very often, it has an Oberus drum now. Because they get way more ammo out of it. Yeah! That's fun. Okay, hunting bow changes, slightly increased damage for the hunting bow's basic and poison arrows. These changes make the hunting bow as effective as it was at hand straight in the old version, but we will get even strong hands arrow. Okay, so what that means, this is actually huge. Because without 100 hands, the hunting bow is not lethal with an arm shot. With 100 hands, you can actually one-shot people with arm shots. And what you have to keep in mind is, same with the crossbow, by the way, or anything that has a bolt or an arrow. When people aim at you, their arms block basically their torso, or part of it. So when you hit their aiming arms, it counts as an arm shot, right? So you don't kill them, which is bad. Funny enough, with bullets it works. Bullets go through the arm, so when you have the torso hitbox behind the arm, it should always count as a torso. After 6 meters, you can watch what people now with arm shots, which is great. So as long as you hit somewhere in the torso, like from the waist up, or even in the waist, you can kill it. This is nice. Would I like to see this with the crossbow? Difficult, because I personally think that the crossbow, I think now they're equal. Before it was a no-brainer for me, it was always the crossbow is superior compared to the bow, because it fits my playstyle more. The bow is a weapon, in my opinion, where you hold angles and people have to run into your corner so you can kill them. Because you can only shoot the arrow when the bow is drawn. When the bow is drawn, you're slow moving. So when you push around the corner, they see your shoulder and everything, right? And it's gonna be super easy for them to tag you before you can shoot your arrow. Worst case, they just shoot you with a
Samples of
shotgun,
unknown
right?
alien
So
species
you will
acquired.
trade a lot,
Initial data
because people have
suggests these
time
are
to react to
predators,
this.
but
With
notably
the
they do
crossbow,
not
I
have a
can do
traditional
quick
mouth
push
or
around the
eyes.
corner. It's
There are,
like
however,
point, click,
numerous
and
cavities
here we
on
go.
their head which could fulfill a similar function. Research the
Right,
remains in the
so
MAM to
now,
establish
definitely a buff for
classification
the
and
bow,
potential
and I like it. I
countermeasures.
support this one a lot. Increase custom ammo count from 3 to 5 for all custom ammo. That's also good, because now you can play with the frag arrow. I'm actually producing a globe that has ammo right now, where I play the short Mosin together with frag arrows, and you get now 10 frag arrows instead of 6, and it's a lot of fun, I tell you that. So that's good. What else do we have? Ammo changes. Let's talk about this one here, high velocity. Damage has been reduced by 5% across the board. Okay, high velocity, muzzle velocity has been much reduced. Now typically on 75. Okay. So the increased velocity is not that big anymore. More recoil, reduced extra ammo capacity compared to standard ammo, making each shot count more and less damage. Yeah, dude, get wrecked. So this is massive. This is like 1, 2, 3, 4 nerfs. Yeah, honestly, high velocity is something that if I play it, it's gonna be on, for example, Winfields. Feels good over there. Infantry sniper, stuff like that. That's great. But otherwise, yeah. Funny. Reduced extra ammo capacity compared to standard ammo, making each shot count even more. I did not notice. I just see this right now for the first time. So Spitzer got nerfed. Anyways, I like this. Okay, what else do we have? FMJ ammo changes, added stronger recoil and firing from metal jacket ammunition. Okay. What do we have here? Increased extra ammo for precision weapons. Oh, there we go. Excluding doors. Well, thank you. Who's reserve ammo countermeasure. So we have now the uppercut precision, down precision, and squat with precision. I think they have 10 more bullets, which feels really nice. Because, does the haymaker count? No, the haymaker has the regular ones. Okay, so the uppercut precision gets extra ammo. Because right now, if I have to decide between the uppercut precision and the haymaker wins. Because the shotgun is so good. Even now, even the uppercut precision has more ammo, I think I would take the haymaker. And it's a really good gun right now. Okay, explosive ammo damage. Our distance has been adjusted to be more consistent with the basic ammo counterparts. Yeah. Considering there is both a projectile and an explosion component for the total damage, yeah. Here's the problem, because when you play Bulwark, some of the explosion damage gets negated. And it is really tough for the shooter to get good feedback. How much damage did I actually deal? Sometimes you just got a hit marker, and then it's kind of like, yeah,
The
whatever.
remains researched belong to an organism with 8 jointed legs, similar to the legs of arachnids,
So,
but with non-standard distribution and
Then
function.
equipment changes.
Because its attacks
Remove the
focus on
electric
stabbing
lamp.
prey with the ends of their legs, which resemble
So,
insectoid
they didn't
stingers,
try to
they have
balance
been
it,
dubbed
they just
stingers.
removed it, which I'm okay
Stinger
with.
remains can now be
Honestly.
made into alien
I'm okay with that.
protein,
Just
and
remove the
additional
platform.
research may reveal
You didn't add the
options for
single
improving
legendary skin for the
pioneer
platform,
safety
so
during
nothing's gonna happen.
exploration.
Remove it, please. This is otherwise getting annoying. Fire damage change, increase the burn damage and the health from 24 to 49. I don't understand. I don't see more hellfires. Do people not know about this? You burn a big bar where they don't have soft skin on impact. Yes, I know it says 49. Fuck that. That immediately takes 50. Why do we not see more Hellfire? I'm gonna play a Terminus Dragon Breath loadout with 4 Hellfire bombs. I'm gonna fuck shit up.
Hickory.
And it's gonna be
Welcome
great.
to my channel.
So,
Lurking.
I'm surprised there's not more. Because
Hello, welcome.
Let's say, increase the burn damage on alert trip mines from 10 to 25.
Oh lord.
If you step now into an alert trip mine, it sets you on fire instantly and you lose 25. So if you place 2, you burn a big bar instantly.
Inventory full.
Another big
Oh,
buff. Okay. You can actually place them now in door frames. And you can be a real nasty dude. It means that you need 6 to insta-kill somebody. And with
This
insta-killing, I
unknown
mean
chemical
killing,
element
like
was in
finishing
reality
them
an
off.
unusual
Those
mixture of
to
solid
burn 25.
sulfide and sulfate
And you could put
materials
them
from
in a
which
door
sulfur
frame,
can be
and when
extracted.
they don't see the wire and they run
Sulfur's
through the
primary
door,
use
they
lies
trigger
in
all 6 of
fertilizers,
them,
which we have
they're
no
dead.
use for. Instead,
not
this
that I would
element
ever do
enables
that,
access to more volatile
just saying.
obstacle clearing and
So
pioneer
if you have
defending
somewhere a
tools.
toolbox or a supply point near to that, you can set this up. Or if you play in a team. Traps changes. Okay, let's see what we have here. Significant improvements to how the tripwire traps can be placed in the environment. This is great. It's so annoying when there's just a little bit of a slope and you can't place stuff. Okay, both ends of the traps are now tested. Okay, let's just go through this. Yeah. Okay, so what this means that Too Long didn't read is you can place it almost everywhere. You can place it in windows and doors. You can get creative with that. As long as there's an anchor point for both ends, you can place it. Next thing, bad traps now apply a short slowdown to their victims, which is actually bad. I'm gonna tell you in a second why. Strong increase of damage for bad traps. So they deal now 82. 82 damage. It needs 2 bad traps to kill you. And now this is bad because now the slow saves people sometimes and gives them a little opportunity to react fast enough to not step into the second one. I mean, it makes sense that when you step into a bad trap that you're getting slowed, okay? So this is really nice because now you can finish solo off. You can finish a solo off with 2 bad traps. You place 2 on their body. You have to be careful where you place them though. And when they stand up, both of them trigger and insta-kill the solo and take his necro charge.
Research
and he can't
completed.
come back ever.
Yellow power slugs are further into their life
So even
cycle
if you
than
don't
blue
have
power
fire,
slugs,
and
and
you
thus
know
have
there's
more
a solo
potential
and you kill
energy
them,
stored.
and he's not standing
They
up
can now be
immediately,
processed
you can
into
just do
power
this. 2
shards.
bad traps, they're gone. You don't have to think about them anymore. They can only get saved by somebody else coming over, triggering the traps, or maybe AI stepping into the traps. But the solo himself, it's gonna be that. Beetle changes, increase speed. Oh, before we do this, there's one more thing with the traps, because people were telling me, hey man, the Constantina poison trip mine combo is not working anymore, and this is correct. That's not intentional, that's a bug. That's a confirmed bug by Crytek. So the Constantina wire, I think all Constantina wire right now, does not have the correct slow value. So when you run into a Concertina poison trip mine combo, you just keep running and you will be fast enough. You can get out of the poison cloud fast enough before it can actually kill you. That will be fixed. When? I don't know. Maybe it gets fixed when I release this video, because that happens very often when I do a video and then it's fixed. Okay, so in general the traps changes are kind of cool. I like it, but I'm somebody who loves enjoying traps, and I killed already a crap ton of people with the black bear traps. Beetle changes, increase speed of fire beetle to match that of other beetles, increase burn damage done by fire beetle to 25, increase damage done by the stalker beetle explosion to 50. Why? I mean, I do understand the first one. That's okay. This right here is just straight up annoying. I see a lot of people now playing beetles, which is cool. Oh yeah, a lot. I see it now frequently, and they always take then a small bar from you when you're not careful. It's nice because even when they shoot your beetle or try to shoot it, they lose ammo. And when you play Mows and Dolls, you don't really want to use your ammo on beetles. You have to though, because otherwise a bar is gone when you play for a small one. This right here is crazy though. Stalker beetle deals now 50. You saw already a couple of videos where I played with the beetle. It's crazy strong right now. If you play in a team, you pick poison sense. You tag one hunter with the beetle, and the next one will see the hunter no matter where he goes because of poison sense if they don't have an antidote shot. And you just send more beetle in there and kill the guy with 3 beetles. We did it already before with the old people, where you dealt with 25. So we needed 6 beetle, and we were able to pull it off. Now you need 3. That's crazy. Please do not buff the beetle anymore. This is enough. Okay, this is really enough. Stalemates enclosure. This right here will be an interesting topic. Now, they say that there are too many stalemates and they kind of want to break them up, right? Over the last year, we have introduced ways for players to get back into the fight after being down. These changes have had a positive impact overall, but also introduced many points of frustration, having reflected on whatever. So, they nerfed the choke cloud, which is fine. Because people just toss it out of the bush and then go back into the bush for 2 minutes and they do nothing. One thing that I don't like is this here. Faster burning. The burning speed of downed hunters has drastically increased from 1 fire damage per second to 2.5 fire damage per second. That's 50 seconds when you have 125 and that's 40 seconds when you have 100. This is a bad change. It is. And I'm gonna tell you why. You don't always stick together with your teammate, because your teammate flanks, or one of your trio is flanking to try to ambush them, or stuff like that. If that guy gets killed in insta-burnt, and I'm sorry, burning people right now is ridiculously easy. Flare gun, alert trip mines, firebomb, hellfire bomb, dragon breath stuff, fire beetle, fire bombs, hellfire bomb, you name it, lanterns, you can even do it with immolators and other stuff. It's just way too fast. It's way too strong. So, you have to basically drop everything that you're doing right now when your teammate is on fire. Rush over there with a choke bomb and toss it. Otherwise, your teammate lost already a bar. This is annoying. Because sometimes you have to do a play. We're playing Hunt Showdown, we're not playing Call of Duty. Okay? The choke bomb, I agree. The burning speed is not good. If it was too slow, put it somewhere in the middle from what we had before and what we have now. Okay? I think that would be the sweet spot. That's where it should be. Because right now what happens, and this is crazy, and I see this not just in my team, sometimes we don't even take a choke bomb. Why? Because even if I am able to toss it on my friends, he might already be on his last
Dobre, dobre, oj, 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 oj. Oj.
Pocket dimension significantly expanded. I worked all afternoon, analyzing the transdimensional confibulatory permutations of alien DNA to achieve this. We are all doing our part for Fix-It.
And then we're back to Vanilla Hunt. And Vanilla Hunt, with that burning fiasco right now, in my opinion, will not be fun to play. It will feel like you play on empty servers. Because people will have one fight, and even
Research to develop the rebar gun is now available. When completed, you will be in possession of a tool effective against any local obstacles actively objecting to the Fix-It mission.
I have matches that are full, according to the team details, but I never see these people. Although I'm always going for the objective or for fights. Because they have their own fight somewhere and then just leave because they are afraid to lose their hunter. The next thing is that getting set on fire after getting downed is so catastrophic right now that I personally think that people are afraid
This
to play
mushroom, dubbed bacon agaric due to its uncanny resemblance to raw bacon, is compatible with the human digestive system and has been added to the object scanner. Further research is available.
Right? So, the knowledge that the moment I die, I will get insta
Research completed. Silica recipe unlocked. New quartz research available.
Means that people will play a little bit more carefully, which will, surprisingly,
Research completed.
slow down the game
Quartz
and
crystal
produce more
recipe
stalemates.
unlocked. New quartz research
so the intention
available.
of breaking up stalemates might even produce more stalemates. Or slower gameplay. Let's put it that way. Yeah, it should be somewhere in the middle. Now, there's also another change, right, with Necromancer. So right now, Necromancer works exactly once for solo. He gets a banish effect, so he heals full to 150, but then if he gets downed again, he can't revive anymore. That's why we also play with 3 big bars as a solo right now. And that, I agree, was an issue pre-2.0. The long burning speed, together with a solo being able to come back 3 times and you have to babysit him 3 times. It's not the case anymore, right? So you burn him now,
Research completed. Purple power slugs seem to be near the end of their life cycle and have a significant amount of potential energy stored. It is a good thing Fixit does not waste. Purple power slugs can now be processed into power shards.
Down solos that it took so freaking long. It's not the case anymore. I think it is okay right now that you burn a solo with normal speed even, and then move on. It does not impact your gameplay too much. Burning a solo 3 or 4 times, yeah, okay, that's fucking annoying. I get it. So this right here needs to change, in my opinion. If you don't want to go back, my dear Crytek, to the old burn speed, put it somewhere in the middle. This is super important. This is not fun to play right now. At least for me. And with the people that I talk to, which is of course maybe not representing the whole community, obviously, they agree. It's not fun to play this way. But you have soft skin. You don't always have soft skin. Okay, there are so many traits that are important right now. And sometimes you just can't have soft skin. Alright? So choke bombs, choke beetles and stuff like that, you can't always reach them. And even if you reach them, the damage is already done. And people are afraid of getting burned in random teams. Which means they will play slower. Yeah, then choke cloud changes, reduces choke cloud lifetime of all chokes, blah blah, from 120 to 60. Honestly, I like this because, as I said already, lots of people just toss the choke and then they do nothing with the time that they gain. Right? So this is nice because that actually breaks up the other one. Not so sure about that. Okay, let's talk about the rest. Okay, and we have more. As I said, the list is pretty long. So, Necromancer trait changes. Necromancer is now a burn trait. So when it triggers, it's gone. I like the changes. Let's just say this right now, okay? From a solo point of view, you get 1 chance. You can fight with 150 because solos, they get all health chunks back and full health. Right, so you basically get a restoration effect. I like this. First of all, D-ranking, not really a thing right now, and if I actually manage to revive, long ammo cannot body tap me, and I actually get a second chance. So that is cool. It got reduced from 10 seconds to 5 seconds, that was super important. I would have linked that to distance to killer, so distance far away, long timer, killer very close, short timer, but whatever. I take it. So for me personally, it's not a nerf or a buff, because sure, I'm losing now a few matches because I only go back once and then I just get headshot again.
Da, gledaj se.
But I prefer this.
To sam ja dobio. Znam.
You do not have bench effect. So if I necromance my teammate, right, he gets revived.
Misliš da...
But he's missing that 1 bar that he lost because he got down.
And we have the opportunity for us to evolve. Not just get evolved.
That is still good.
I sa druge strane,
not as good as before, obviously.
To sam gledao.
So the thing is, Necromancer no longer drains health when attempting to revive a down teammate. That is cool, because now you can actually play small bars, and when you want a necro, you're not losing that one and you need to heal up. However,
Znam, ali nije to tačno, pročitaj to do kraja.
So in theory,
you can necromancer your teammate, cancel the necro at 99%.
A, ono što Boris Grdinački kuka kako si ti ostao upaljen na tom profilu, na toj igri, a on ne može onda ništa da igra, jel to? Onda bi 50 ljudi kupilo
uzmemo na spekove sa disko da kupimo Space Marine igre. Na jednom akontu.
Da, porodično. Family.
Just a progression of fire stuff. That can be useful because sometimes there's fire on the ground, and if you want to necro your teammate and there's still fire on the ground, they stand up and they're immediately burning again. Right? So you can do like 2 or 3 necro attempts, right? Cancel them, wait for the fire to be gone, and then pick them up. Most of the time, for example, with a regular firebomb, not possible because they burn for too long. But maybe for a lantern, this is a nifty trick that you can apply. Okay, overall, I like the Necromancer trait changes for solo. For team play, I honestly didn't play it enough. But I think we're going the right way here. Then we have bats, new wildlife and livestock. Up. Yeah, sure. So they are mostly cave entrances. I think I saw them in 1 or 2 buildings too. But yeah. Beast Fest trade reduces the chance to alert them. Bats get suspicious when hunters are nearby. Taking off into the sky once a player gets too close. It's a normal sound threat. No magic, right? This is cool though, because this would be really annoying otherwise. You can crouch under them and you will never trigger them. Because sometimes, dude, you have to go out of the mine. You don't want to run all the other way to take a different exit just because you see some bats. So that is nice. Cows get triggered. Normal alert trip mine. Alert trip mine. Normal audio trap, just like the horses.
Cool.
Bells make additional noise when the animals start. Yeah, but you know
Čekaj,
the
direktora
only thing
Steama.
I don't like about them is that when you kill them, they're pretty loud and you can hear it pretty far.
Sigurno neko
Fall damage
recenzije
reroll
nalaziš u uglavnom.
falls should now feel more consistent and forgiving in terms of damage. I still had some WTF moments with fall damage where I'm like, why did I take so much damage? But maybe that's just me. Overhead team indicators, okay. This is indicators will appear on the radar, sure. I mean,
Znači mora da imaju direktore za pretplatnu.
beetles will appear on the map. Indicators are no longer affected by water, which often lead to strange rule effects. Okay. Some nice
Ti nabijali
further rule of 2 changes, that is pretty
Da.
u metru bulju kad si bio mali, ja?
In-game interactions are no longer restricted to just 2 interactions per source, supply points, arsenal saddlebags, everything. Right? Everything that you can see right now and you can interact with, no more limits. It feels nice, but on the other hand, people who paid attention and basically check, hey, that toolbox is taken twice, so we know it was a duo in front of us, or maybe there's just a solo in front of us, right? So a little bit of information gathering. So I like this thing, but we have to keep that in mind, right? Decrease the number of heavy slash and heavy blunt attacks required to destroy doors. Okay. Fine. Increase the ammo damage against doors. So, like, increase shotgun damage against doors. Cool. Visual improvements, doors and recent visual upgrade. Now, the audio stimuli, I have to say, audio is actually worse than 2.0. Whenever, no matter which setting I'm using, by the way, I tried basically all of them. I always think they're pretty close when listening to the footsteps. Then I pee, and they're super far away. And I'm like, here with my shotgun, well, I guess I shoot them at least, because for the aim punch, otherwise I'm just gonna eat the long ammo bullet, right? So yeah. It's the next thing is that AI gets triggered more easily, like the dog kennel, the horse and stuff like that. You can't be that close anymore. They probably do this so people can find each other a little bit more easily. I'm not a fan of this, but I think I'm just biased because I have 8,000 hours of experience. I think that's the reason why I don't like it. It just feels off, and I trigger them way too easily. But hey. Trade changes, scars and burn trades. We're introducing a new type of trade, scars trades, so that's the blue one. You can find them anywhere. It also says drop from a meathead, scrapbeak, or the hellborn, or new wild target. Yeah, or you find them in the world. They're super rare. So, burn trades, very common. But the scars trades, they glow blue. They're very rare. I think we have, it's Shadow Step, right? Shadow. I think that's it. Am I missing one? It's so rare. Shadow is cool now though because rare find, but once you find it, it will stay with your hunter until they perish like any other burn trade. So when you die, you keep it. When you get downed, you keep it, and I think that's great. I don't know what happens when you have death cheat actually. The hunter kinda dies, but is not lost. Do you keep Shadow then? I actually don't know. Did not have that interaction yet. New trade additions, Witness. Yeah, Witness is great, so you can see dead bodies in Dark Side. And you can also heal next to corpses, like AI or players. That is really cool. For 5 points, totally worth it. Need to play that actually a little bit more. Shadow Leap, Scar Straight, using Dark Side Channel a monster, and then you teleport over there, and it doesn't work with meatheads and bosses. Yeah, so I had people, hey, I have Shadow Step is bugged, I cannot kill the meatheads anymore. No, this is intentional. It was a little bit too strong. Not a little bit too strong, you have to admit that. Was cool, but a little bit too strong. Trade balance changes. Shadow is now a Scar Straight, preventing from burning away upon getting downed. Death Cheat, Hunter can only have 1 stack of Death Cheat. I mean, that's okay. You get it quite frequently right now, so that's cool. Vulture, yeah, rule of 2. Original purpose is lost, so you loot now a little bit of money. And reduce to 2 points from 3. Adrenaline. Still useless. Still useless. Giving the player stamina boost for a short time when entering critical health. Critical health means less than 50 HP, or maybe exactly 50 HP. It's your last bar. Okay, that's critical health. This boost is capped at a max limit and cannot be stacked. The trade description now reads, okay. Added Shadow, Shadow Leap, Relentless, and Rampage to a list of random trade rewards Hunter can acquire from closing rifts in Soul Survivor. Yeah, that is pretty cool. So in Soul Survivor, you can actually get now Burn and Scar Straights. Love it. Meta as Arsenal price changes. Honestly, I'm not gonna talk about this too much because I wanna have a different video about Crytek balancing. This right here is wild. The Crack is 345 and the Mosin is 620. Who decided that? I don't get it. Who's making these changes? Crack shoots faster than Mosin. If you don't do the clip reload, it reloads faster. You don't need bullet grubber because the reload is already amazing. You have more spare ammo than the Mosin. Velocity is basically the same. You don't have access to Spitzer rounds, okay? Fair point. But you're telling me, dude, I don't understand the difference in price. It is way too much. You can almost buy 2 Cracks for 1 Mosin. Mosin isn't that good. So this right here is the Crack got buffed so many times that
Road full
this
fa.
is not justified.
Welcome to my channel.
At all.
BS viewers on his testy XYZQWJ.
Your ingenuity towards preservation of fixit property has been noted. You earned a micro break. And welcome back. I hope you feel
Whenever we
refreshed.
talk about prices, you know my opinion about that, right? Balancing by price should be your last resort because some people, they don't care about the price tag. And the only people you hit with that are the people who can't afford it very easily. And those are the people that struggle with the game already. You're making it harder for them, not for the others. And yes, some people, they struggle with making money and that's totally fine. Scope attachment prices. Scope attachment prices have been streamlined and now make up a percentage of the base weapon cost. Yeah, okay. Fine. Trade unlock changes. Witness, 44. Vigilant, 36. Weapon charm changes. Charms can now only be equipped to a single weapon at a time. Change this. Thank you very much. I don't know why they did that. Mistake. Remove it. Thank you. Hunter and item rarities. Why? So we have now all these weird rarity definitions. And I don't know what they mean. Mythic rarity applies to time-sensitive unlocks or purchases that will not return for unlock or sale. Nice. Bloodborne prices for game and penalties on rarity, additional BB prices have been reduced overall. That's also pretty nice and nobody talks about this. You pay actually less BBs for the skins right now. Rarity tags and color coding have been added to cosmetic items that indicate rarity level. Yes, but the only rarity that you explain is this one. What is the rest? So first of all, I don't like the change because sometimes Crytek changes stuff that did not need any change. Maybe it's a marketing thing, okay? Like tinfoil hat moment right now. I hate it when I have a hunter and before it was like all legendary and that looked like nice. Now the equipment from my hunter looks like a fucking Christmas tree. You have some blue ones, you have some yellow ones, you have some orange ones, and it's like, why? Why? This was not necessary, this change. Get rid of that. And if you don't, explain in-game, please, what this means. Well, hunter and recruitment changes, recruit free hunter tab. Okay. Do we want to talk about this? Recruit free hunter tab. Sure, you have now your free hunters. They are pre-assigned. Free hunters are now the only pre-equipped bounty hunt recruits and are always available. So the way the recruitment works right now, free hunters have gear and everything else. You recruit a hunter and they're naked, right? So you don't have any guns on them. That also means that they cost now only $100. That's it. I like the change, honestly, because now I can play whatever hunter. There is no difference anymore between the legendary hunters and the other ones, because the legendary hunter ones were at a disadvantage, and it was kind of a shame. Now they're all leveled out. Now, there are a few things, like the multi-stage hunters, like Opesta, the Viper, and stuff like that. They're now, every level is now its own skin. Okay, so there's no more toggle arrows for that. Most from Tier 2 and Tier 3 equipped ones will not be available in 2.0 update, but will be added in the future. So this is what a lot of people did not see, and honestly I don't blame them, because there's just so much. For example, the Tier 3 Scarecrow, or the Bush Wookiee Hunter, yeah, stuff like this will come back. They just need to polish them to fit the new engine. Okay. Soul Survivor, the number of selectable Soul Survivor has been reduced from 5 to 4, and they now always show the same 4 character modes as the free hunters, regardless of a player's bloodline rank. Why? I always have the same 4 character models when I want to play quickly. Soul Survivor. Change this, please. Make it random like before every time, because everybody looks the fucking same when you go Soul Survivor. I get it, Soul Survivor is kind of the, you know, the stepchild. It's not Bounty Hunt, but yeah. Soul Survivor are now automatically added to the roster if no regular free slot is available. One is temporarily created, so this is great. So what happened before when you played Soul Survivor, you had 4 slots for your winners, and if you forget to recruit them, the last one gets replaced. Last one, I think they just go one more. You lose a hunter, right? One that you won. So right now you cannot lose hunters if you're really good at Soul Survivor and you win multiple times in a row, or during the day or the week. What I want to say is, you're not losing hunters anymore. So good change. I like that a lot. Bloodline progression rewards. Okay, so this right here, for the bloodline ranks, you get some new skins, which is nice. You also see a bloodline progression bar at the bottom when you go to the menu, which is good. However, prestige progression rewards, and there's quite a bit of skins in here, you don't see that. Why? You have it already here for the bloodline. Why not for, I mean, to be fair, they're gonna add that, alright? One in the developer or dev block update videos, they showed it, so we're gonna have that soon. So you can see that you get way more rewards right now. To be fair, some of them are from the trials and just copy paste it over here, because the trials, they don't exist anymore. Like for example, this one, the Last Resort, or the Augur, or however you want to pronounce that. Those are skins that you normally got from the trials, and they are now in the prestige system. Okay. Sweet. Blood bonds and storefront, loadout presets, black market. Yeah, black market got retired. This one right here. I think people just never used it. Including myself, by the way. Which is a shame, because the idea was good and you could actually save a lot of money with that. But hey, it's gone now. Loadout presets, the maximum number of loadout slots has been raised from 10 to 50. Buy some more for 100 BBs. New blood bond content, so yeah, okay. This is just new skins for BBs. Manual book of weapons and book of monsters. Okay. Honestly, Book of Weapons and Book of Monsters had some really good lore. All books have been removed. Replacement systems for progress tracking and rewards related to weapons and are being worked on, but won't be ready until the future. I hope this comes back. I know that they have it already on some homepages and stuff like that, so if you want to read it out there, so it's not completely lost. Achievement and trophy modifications. Yeah, okay, they changed a few achievements. The following achievements and trophies and super progression tracking. Okay. Audio 3, audio with implement 3, audio pipeline, which supports object-based audio both binaurally and with compatible home theater setups. Sure. Honestly, we're getting here now, I think. Yeah. Okay, these two things with true speed of sound is pretty fucking cool. Right? So, all far-reaching environmental sounds, gunfire and explosions are now delayed by defined speed of sound over distance to bring additional immersion. This feels really cool. When you fight in the mountains, these two systems, the true speed of sound and the gunshot ecosystem, it does matter. You feel it. It's not always working that well, because sometimes I fight in the mountain and the guy is like 30 meters away and it sounds like he's 100 meters away. So this definitely needs tweaking. I can imagine that getting the audio right in the mountains is super difficult. But once that works, I think it's pretty cool. Okay, some animations got improved. AI, new wild target to Hellborn, we did a video about that. User interface, I did a video about that. Engine and tech, game modes, trials and create simulation. Sure, I think we're done. Decrease the amount of involved items across the map. Okay, right here at the end, you actually have 2 points that are quite impactful, actually. So the first one is you find less ammo boxes in the world, which I personally find annoying. I don't know if it's good or bad, or I'm just biased because I'm not used to it. But it kind of interrupts the flow of my gameplay, because now I spend more time looking for ammo boxes. Might be that they want to push us to use more ammo boxes. I refuse. Ammo boxes, I will rarely bring them. Exception, I play like some crazy loadouts, like frag arrows and stuff like that. But otherwise, nah. Number of supply points has been reduced from 5 to 4. Why? Okay. Shooting range, update shooting range for 1.16 and Scorch Earth event content to try out, added more weapons and okay. Something that I find really sad right here with the shooting range, we have it now for a long time. There are still no moving targets. This can't be that difficult to add. Like, when it released, I was like, yeah, okay, fine. We're gonna get moving targets at one point. No big deal, right? We will get it. That's fine. We still don't have it. So, yeah. I think the patch overall, when I'm just looking at the content, is good. There are a few decisions that, in my opinion, need fixing. Burn speed is crazy right now. Now, user interface and overall performance right now, I struggle with it, honestly, and I have a rig that is really good, high-end, and I'm not playing on ultra settings. My PC should not struggle with hunt, and very often I get frame drops and whatnot. And I did already try so many different settings, and none of it really worked. On top of that, why do I have to meddle around with so many settings to get your game running properly? That's a little bit of a downer, right? So they are working on this. For example, the shadows for the AMD graphic cards, that should be fixed, so that is nice. It's just a shame that the update rolled out that way. I think that was though because the AMD graphic cards didn't have the issue with the shadow with no minimum requirements. Yeah, and then we always have that user interface topic there. But I'm not going to talk about this today. It's about the patch and not the user interface, because we talked about it already. Okay, I like the patch. Please adjust a few things. And since I'm already in the mood, we don't fucking care about the entitled streamer. What you gonna do? I'm gonna make a balance video very soon, maybe in a week or two. Because right now there are a few things not aligned properly, in my opinion, and I would like to draw some attention to that.
Welcome to my channel.
Keep in mind my feedback comes from a place of passion, because I love the game. So I try when I complain about something to
thanks for following.
Try to explain
Hello.
why I personally think the solutions
Should I update my developer account?
disagree with that. Can't wait to read all the comments in the comment section. The user interface video had
Welcome.
1,000 comments. That was wild. Gonna be honest, I was not able to read them all. And most of the stuff that I did see was interesting. Was very hostile. Let's see if we can do better with this video. Okay, with that, honestly, we just enjoy the outro here right now. And I wish you all a happy day, and I hope you will have fun with the hunt. Yeah, you know what? I just stay in my chair because it's cozy. Thank you for watching today's video. It's super long, but there was so much in this update. I hope you don't mind the format that I presented to you today without the slides, because honestly, if I do this with my usual slides and stuff like that, this will not finish before we have the next patch. That's just how it is. As always, though, thank you very much for being so kind and generous. Your support is, as always, much appreciated. Thank you for watching. Now I'm gonna work on more gameplay and also on the balance video. That one's gonna be interesting. I see you in the next one. Until then, have a good day and bye-bye.
Okay.
This video was emotionally sponsored by Gunsmack.
Hey friends, and Thomas. I've discovered something nobody seems to be talking about that I believe could have a significant impact on how you and I pick guns, build loadouts, and even decide what ranges we attempt to shoot enemy players. I'm also going to prove that the Centennial Shorty Silencer has technically the same kill potential as the Mosin past a certain distance. No, I'm not talking about headshots, and no, Thomas, this one is not clickbait. Let's start with a pop quiz. If the Lamad does 97 damage at 10 meters, and 35 damage at 100 meters, how much damage does it do at 150 meters? Good catch, Smarty Pants. You need to know if the rate of damage decay was linear or not, and if it wasn't, you'd... You know, I'm not smart enough for this. Let's just use this beautiful damage calculator brought to us by Fab, one of the game designers. That can't be right. 35 damage. What about 200 meters? 250? 500? Okay, fine. Shooting range it is.
Hot.
Hello.
5.
Oh, brother. So you are one of those.
35.
Okay. One of those fake accounts. Great. Now I'm talking to AI. Hello.
Right, I'll check another gun. Any gun. I'll pull one out of a hat. Oh, what do you know? This hat is full of Lamats.
S.W.Frost, do you already tried stream viewers? RG Realviers Fire WRKSTHY are now giving out a free page for streamers.
No, thank you. I'm not a streamer. What you're seeing is like a figment of your imagination.
No more damage fall off. Turns out this is because Crytek made a huge change to the way damage decay works with the 1896 update, and didn't really explain it in the patch notes. According to the patch notes, damage fall off was adjusted to make weapons retain more damage over distance, and the minimum damage to the upper torso that any gun could do at any range, 25. But they didn't just scale back the impact of damage decay. They actually set maximum distances at which damage decay will continue affecting weapons that fire a single projectile, including FMJ. The Centennial Shorty Silencer, for example, is a 3-tap to the upper chest at any range past 70 meters, because past 70 meters, damage fall off doesn't affect the bullet, and it always does 50 damage to the upper torso. Put FMJ in there and the damage decay limit is still 70 meters, but the damage is 59, which does reduce the margin for error with a 3-tap if you miss a shot or two, giving your target's health regeneration a chance to kick in, or allows for combinations of lower torso, upper torso, and limb shots. Now, the distance at which damage decay won't affect weapons varies, but it appears that Crytek has grouped weapons into different categories, and each category has its own decay limit. These weapon categories are important, and some of them probably aren't what you think. Long ammo rifles, including the Obras, but excluding the Spark Silencer, are grouped together and have a damage decay limit of 250 meters. Medium ammo rifles, including the Shorties, but excluding the Shorty Silencer, have a damage decay limit of 200 meters. meters. Compact ammo rifles, including carbines and the Vandal, but excluding the Frontier silencer, have a decay limit of 150 meters. All pistols without a silencer are in the same group regardless of ammo type, excluding the Dolch but including the Bornheim match, as well as any precision variants. This group's decay limit is 100 meters, and weirdly enough, this seems to be the same limit as the special weapons, the hunting bow, crossbow, hand crossbow, and Nitro Express. The only exception to this is the Dolch, which has a decay limit of 200 meters. The Spark silencer, Frontier silencer, Vetterli silencer, and the Centennial Shorty silencer have a decay limit of 70 meters. The Nagant silencer and the Bornheim silencer have a decay limit of 50 meters. And just in case you're curious, the decay limit of the Derringer is 80, after which it does a whopping 14 damage to the upper torso. Having hard set decay limits is a much more significant change than indicated, because when it comes to upper chest shots at certain ranges, some guns can end up with the same kill potential. For example, at 171 meters, the Mosin does 74 damage to the upper chest, requiring 3 shots to kill at and past this range. And if you remember, the Centennial Shorty silencer does 50 past 70 meters, meaning at 171 meters, both the Mosin and the Centennial Shorty silencer require the same number of upper chest shots to kill. Of course, the drop range, drop rate, and bullet velocity for both guns are different, but with a little practice and maybe a few tutorials from Hunt Lab, the Centennial Shorty silencer might earn a place alongside carbon monoxide and high blood pressure in the league of silent killers. Speaking of high blood pressure, I should probably play less Hunt. What?
Yikes. Yikes.
Tell me why he ain't nothing but a train kill.
He wasn't even looking at you, by the way.
I know. I was looking at the same thing. He was pointing past me.
Subscribe.
Hello. Da se emisija. O Bože. Ovdje mi treba industrial storage. Također. Okay.
Dragon Age the Veilguard. This is a game that's been extremely hyped up. Everybody is super excited to see this game. Super excited. Really excited to see.
It's been 10 long years.
Well, that's a good start.
Been 10 long years since Dragon Age Inquisition, and the expectations for the next game in the series, Dragon Age the Veilguard, seem impossible. A full decade, a bevy of behind-the-scenes changes, and an interesting start to its marketing campaign made me a little worried for my most highly anticipated game of the year.
This guy looks so fucking ugly and retarded. Who the fuck thought this was a good idea to make a character that looks this way? This is the dumbest looking character in the entire game. Like, why would you do this?
I admire you. What you've been through would break most people.
But one of my biggest concerns, based on early previews, was that it could be headed in the direction of being a linear action game.
Jesus Christ, look at that. I can't wait to play this.
Linear action game, rather than its more open world predecessor. While Dragon Age is known for changing its style with each installment, I hoped dearly that it wouldn't lose too much of the DA DNA I fell in love with. After hours of hands-on time spread across 2 days, I'm pleased to say that I walked away with excitement and curiosity, but mostly relief to wave many of those concerns goodbye.
How can you look at this and think that it's good? How could you do this? Like, I don't understand. How?
My time with the Veilguard covered a wide smattering of things, including the incredibly expansive character creator. Veilguard covered a wide smattering of things, including the incredibly expansive character creator, the introductory quests, a faction mission, and a companion quest a little deeper into the game. But I was mostly pleased with my ability to just explore Northern Thedas in all its gorgeously designed glory, experiencing a setting in Dragon Age lore that we've really only heard about. To be clear, the Veilguard isn't the open-world playground that Inquisition was. As game director Corinne Bush has previously stated, it's more mission-based. But what impressed me after the first few hours was how much exploration can still be done in the various regions.
Forny Quartet. Welcome to my channel. Dilalop. Welcome to my channel. CHEAP viewers on Breller Yakamiye. CHEAP viewers on Breller Yakamiye.
Dobro večer. Šta ima? Ima li živi ljudi?